long in this damn country, for too long. People have sat on their ass and they have not been involved in the political process. They've allowed their leaders to railroad them and do whatever they wanted in that big place there, and completely ignored what you wanted, what you cared about. I'll tell you why that is. I'll tell you why. The average politician in that building there, the average politician is a career politician. That's what they are. I'm not a career politician. I was in the private sector. I ran my own business before I got involved in politics. Why did I get involved? Because I was sick to death of seeing these guys in here make bad decisions over and over again that affected my life, that affected my country, that affected my red, white and blue. They keep selling our country out to globalist interests. Make no mistake, renewable energy is not about saving the environment. It is not. Now, according to Anthony Albanese and Chris Bowen, Minister Bowen and Prime Minister Albanese, get this. We need to build 10,000 kilometres of transmission line by 2050. 10,000 kilometres. And we need to install a wind turbine every 18 hours and 22,000 solar panels every day to meet the 2030 target. Ridiculous. 22,000 every day. Where do you think it's going to go? On prime agricultural land. I guess Klaus Schwab was right when he said you're going to eat the bugs, right? Who's heard that? World Economic Forum? You're going to eat bugs. You're going to own nothing and you're going to be happy. They're doing a very good job in that place of seeing that come to pass. That's what they're doing right now. You'll eat the bugs because there'll be no land, because they'll be covered in solar panels and wind turbines.
Ralph, I've seen a few demonstrations here, not many as big as this, and certainly not as many as big as this when you know from talking to people they are genuinely angry Australians. They're not rent-a-crowd, they're not trade unionists, they're not, mad climate students. These are working people, right?
Look, it's very important, and you're right, it is working people. I actually spoke to quite a few people so far, and they say we've taken a day off work to come here. That is so important. What's happening is we're seeing a political awakening in this country. We're seeing the average person take an interest like they've never taken before in the political process. And the reason is that the people in the big house on the hill here keep making decisions that are not in our country's best interests. They are just not. I'm sick of it. They're all sick of it. You've seen the crowd. It's huge. Hopefully we can make a difference. If enough people start to wake up and get active, this place is going to have a lot to answer for.
Well, you're making progress, right? Because, you've been onto this issue for a long time. Yeah. Pauline Hanson has served some of the other crossbenchers, but today we've heard one National Party member already. There's going to be more speaking. There's going to be even some Liberal MPs. It's taking hold now, isn't it, right across the centre-right of politics?
Look, it is taking hold, and what needs to take hold is this. People need to understand that at the moment, and this will change, the Labor Party and the Liberal Party, unfortunately, are very much aligned on the core fundamental issues like net zero, like the digital ID. And what we need to have is members join parties, not just mine, obviously the United Australia Party. I'd prefer if they joined mine, but if they didn't, if they joined the Liberals or the Labor Party or whatever, start picking the right candidates. Pick candidates that aren't going to roll over and do what the party machine wants. Pick candidates that have a backbone. Now, there are good people in the Liberal Party. There are. I know these people. They are there. We just need more of them.
You're from Victoria, of course. You represent the state of Victoria. It's the transmission that seems to be biting hardest there at the moment, right? What are you picking up?
Look, at the moment, the Victorian government has put a report out, and they said that 70% of our agricultural land, 70% of our land needs to be taken up for renewable energy if we have only onshore renewable. Mate, this goes back to what the World Economic Forum has been telling us for a long time. You will eat the bugs, and we'll eat the bugs because there won't be any land to grow food. It's pretty straightforward. So you know what? We need to put an end to this net zero stuff, ideally. But if we don't, we at least need to look at nuclear power as the alternative option. Because solar panels, wind turbines that are made in China, they get shipped here on a ship, they get installed, that last 15 years, then have to get taken down and then re-put back up. Well, the only thing renewable about that is the cost. China laughs at us, and we suffer.